surprise stream. I promised you guys. I took you, maybe we do one. Well, but anyone will hope you're happy. Sorry you didn't. I had to stream when you wanted to catch up. I'm sorry. I already streamed Desert today, for those who missed it, cause it was really early. Make sure to watch it, King. But yeah, hello everyone. Hello. We gonna work on the moe. I really need to see how I can fix the aspect ratio, by the way. On YouTube, everything is much more white. Everything's written for some reason. I still need to figure it out. But you know, I didn't get through it first. I'm sorry, Nim. I also, Nim, how dare you make such a cute costume of me? I won't forgive you for it. I will not. Dare you make something so cute? Maybe someday you can get something. I'm sorry. But if I don't do it now, when will I do it, you know? Moe is still not finished. Just need to finish the moe at some point. The moenaomii. And I hope that day is today. This costume of yours so cute. Shut up. How dare you flirt with me now? Think I don't see you flirting? Okay. But yeah, I don't know if this is a me issue. But on YouTube, everything is usually more white, and you can really see it when I do the artsy. Sorry, but forward me for a second. But by the way, I looked up a playlist of nice music, and if looked up, I mean I looked for the YouTube searches and chose the first one I chose up. So you guys have some variety on the music. Don't worry, it's safe, which means I will not die and get murdered by the YouTubes. Should I put it on? I'm gonna put it on, okay. Can you hear? That's a bit too loud. Still need to hear me. I'm the most important being here. There. Now you have nicer music. Isn't it nice? So yeah, we gotta try to color moe today. The nice music. Hopefully we can do it. Where's my moe reference? I don't know. I don't know how its colors are. So yeah, it's a bit toned down. But considering the Terran stream today was very high strung, so you know, why not do something calm, relaxing, and I know you guys like my art stream, so it's a win-win for everyone, right? But yeah, I have no idea how good the songs are on you. So just pray, smile and wave. And I'm sorry I streamed very early today. Didn't know if I would have to do some stuff. I didn't, so it's all safe. Now I know what my usual streaming time is pretty good. I always vary because I stream pretty late. It seems it works best for all of you, so it's nice. Coloring usually doesn't take too long, so... I remember my last moe drawing stream. got a lot of views for some reason. I don't know what happened. Guess everyone saw more so curious. Wanted to check it out. But yeah, how has your day been, everyone? Cause it's... Wait, I know this song. How has your day been, everyone? Cause for a lot of people, this is my first time talking to you today. I like waking up with Alice. Oh, thank you, thank you. Glad to hear that. But I like watching them in the evening. Cause Nim has a very relaxing voice. I'm so sad I missed it yesterday. But you know, sometimes you can't do anything about it. My cat actually came in. The minute that I wanted to stream click. Sorry. My English has already been used up in today's first stream. The moment I wanted to press start, my cat came in, meowed at me, being all like cuddle me now. How dare you? I want the cuddles now. And I realized if I do that, I would stream definitely far too late. I would be late for my stream. I would already see it. He's an addict, you know. My day is going good. Just got up from sleeping. Well, I hope you had a good night's sleep. Hope you're very rested. It's very important after all. Yeah, the cat wants to join and you've met a movie date of name and me. That guy, I swear to God. He's really attention seeking, you know. Okay, now we do all of this. I'm just not doing the earrings because I don't fully have a reference for them, so. This is gonna take long, guys. It's so confusing with music currently as shadow in the background, so I'm like, wait, is my window open or what? Music can be deceiving. Technically, I should really start using Photoshop for my art streams because I need it for my study class. But the more I'm using Paint outside, the more I realize that it's truly the most superior art program. And Paint outside shouldn't, Photoshop just shouldn't exist, you know. It shouldn't. Photoshop is big bad, you know. It's weird how cats will ignore you for the majority of the day and randomly be like by crave attention. No, my cat is basically like, yo, no, come on, you go into your room right now. Yeah, sit down on the freaking bed and I'll be cuddle. And then at some point he's like, I don't want to cuddle anymore. So he goes downstairs to my parents. He's like, yo, I want to cuddle. He just changes with people he wants to cuddle with. But he pretty much always wants to cuddle. My cat has a serious cuddle addiction. And my parents say that it's my fault, that I spoiled him too much. Excuses. You just cannot cuddle him enough for when I'm not there. What's really funny is that when I'm away and come back, he always is kind of pouting. At first sulking like, don't touch me with your dirty paws. Yeah, leave me. You left me, so I will leave you. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, how could I? Please cuddle me now. I missed you. He's always like that, you know. But yeah, he's very attention-seeking. He likes his belly rubs. He also drools a lot. So you can see he's a very affectionate kitty. And then we have another cat. And I wanted to pet him because the attention-seeking one was cuddling with me and I didn't want him to feel left out. You know what he did? He immediately moved away and then cleaned himself with his tongue at the exact place where I cuddled him. With bastard. Like, what's it supposed to mean, huh? Why are you cleaning yourself at the place when I petted you, huh? Better give me good excuses, kitty. Swear to God. It's always a cry, kitties. It's always a mean cry, kitties. Fine, then I will not cuddle you if that's how it is. The only times when my cat doesn't want to cuddle is when there's food involved. He's like, no cuddle, it's only food. It's basically how it works. I guess it depends on what kind of cat you have. I feel like male cats especially are much more affectionate than female ones. Female ones are usually like, I don't care. I don't really want to see you, just give me food and leave. And my cats are usually like, okay, I guess you can cuddle me once or twice. The funniest thing is when cats did something bad. They know they did something bad, but they try to act like they didn't. No, I did not mess up. I don't know what you're talking about. They try to act all cool. And they're really not. The kitty sounds like it's soothing, and the other most attention-seeking cat sounds adorable. I guess it kind of works like that. Can definitely see that. From where should the light come? Should probably climb it out. That's actually a smart thing to do. I just don't work on smart. Yeah, let's make the light here. And we have a shadow going to this. Okay. Plan it out like this. See, I'm big smart. Hello Jack in the Box. Good morning or good evening, depending on where you live. Welcome to the surprise art stream. I hope you enjoy it. Usually when I do base color stuff, I tend to shadow the skin immediately for some reason, all the time. Shadow and light is a really good way to make your drawing look good. Personally, I recommend something like this. So you make sure that your shadow and your light is on the same page, but you don't like randomly mess up stuff. If the light comes from here, that means the shadows are gonna be stronger on this side. On the right side of, and here's gonna be the light, so here the shadow would be much less, if that makes sense. Yeah, study your shadows are really important. I have an art to call you cute. Well, you're cute too. You all are very cute too. you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we have this. No. Why does it sound like meow? Like a very weird meow in the background in the music. Reminds me, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Movie has like black nails. Hi Lanka, hey Shaki, nice to see you. How's your day been? Or how has your sleep been? Bad. The thing is, I know what a lot of people kinda... Well, I say a lot of people, but I don't actually know. And personally, I know that some people are curious about my colors, so I really like them. So I would love to like teach you on how I use my colors, but the problem is I don't know what I'm doing. It's basically me when I do art, I don't know what I'm doing. Overslept, my body hurts. Oh no, I hope you didn't have an important appointment. Now I'm playing Genshin as you should. Played some Genshin today as well. Hey Iris! You mean hello Kora! Yeah, hello. Okay. So what? Yeah, Genshins. Play the Genshins, everyone. Become the Genshin addicts. It's part of my master plan. You just don't know. So, what I do is, I usually go on paper. I choose Akura. How you pronounce it? This gives my shadow an effect. Let me tune down the music here a bit. And this effect is usually what I use to make my shadows pop up more and give it more of a stylized feeling. So I don't really do something myself. I just let the program do it for me. What I also usually add is a water fringe, which makes an outline on your drawing. I think for drawing the sides too is good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lighten up a little bit. The important thing that I think a lot of people don't usually do when they when we do art at the beginning is using darker shadows. Usually people do shadows like this, which I really like. But it stands more out if you do them really dark. Just not too dark. And usually, actually let me do this first. I also do. Sometimes depends on like what item it is. is I do an outline. This is something that I especially do at like skin stuff. So with a bit of a darker color, I do like an outline like this, basically. So let's do that real quick. I think it adds some texture to it, you know? I don't know if texture is a correct word, I just know it's a big word that artists use, so I'm gonna use it as well to appear more smart. Now this outline doesn't have to be perfect. Like this. And the colors that you use at the first moment don't have to be perfect. You can always change them. So almost finished with the outline thing. Now we did this, now this is obviously too dark, so let's make it very light so you don't immediately see it. Interesting how you shade your drawing before coloring it. I guess we all have different takes. Yeah, I'm a person who usually does like, oh, the skin's ready, and let me just color the skin and render it. Especially because the skin is usually something I don't necessarily change. I'm the kind of person who's like, oh yeah, now I want to kind of shadow it already, so let's do it. Let's have fun with what you're doing, I guess. There's no correct path on how to do the artsy dots. So now this looks very flat. So what I usually do is first of all make sure that the shadows are not just a singular color. And then I usually also add something underneath the shadows to make sure this is also not just a flat color. Because that makes the drawing look very flat in my opinion. Good, in general skin, good colors you can use is pink, blue, and orange, I guess. So basically I use my airbrush tool, which I didn't use for a long time. Cause people told me on the internet, oh, you don't use the airbrush tool for shadows and stuff, it's bad. There's nothing wrong with using certain art tools, there's nothing bad about using certain art tools, it just depends on knowing how to use them. It's something that I learned. As you can see, this already has a bit more depth, cause this is a bit more pinkish now, right? So let's go with a bluish. And once again, you can always adjust colors later. So if it's not perfect in the end, you can always change it a bit. Like a filter or something. Don't be concerned about making it perfect from the very beginning. So now we have some blues in it, see? Just adding some stuff. Once again, also some stuff below. This is a sphere, so one thing that's also really good is kind of knowing how shapes work. So imagine everything always has shapes. It helps a lot. As you can see, it already doesn't look as flat as your first one, right? Without this, it's much more flat, doesn't it? Now it looks more 3D. I do think that an aperture tool and a gradient is a really great way to make stuff look more 3D and have more shape. If that makes sense. Also, don't judge colors when not everything is colored. So if you do it like me, you're like, oh, I want to do this first. Don't try to get the colors perfect at first, because it will look different if you have all of your colors together. What we can do is do a blushy blush now. Before that, I kinda made it more blended in, but right now I'm using more of a cell shading technique, so I've changed to just doing this. And let me just this a bit. And then I usually just add some cute stripes to it. And now voila! We have a cute plushy blush. Okay. As you can see, for me right now, this shadow looks a bit too dark. But I'm not gonna change it until I can see how it looks like if there's like more colors and stuff to the entire thing. It's a nice drawing. You did a good job. Thank you, A. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I think I already saw you once. Okay, let's see what's the color of Moi's cute eyes. So it's more like a pink. Also, I'm a person who usually doesn't work around that much with saturations. I usually just use the upper and those lines, so I don't always go into this. That way the colors look very highly saturated and as such very colorful. Some artists might say that's not good, but you shouldn't necessarily do it. It depends on the style again. I just usually like very colorful and popping colors. So for me, that's usually the direction where I go, trying my best to use colors like this. So this is usually my color palette, I guess. So if you really like colorful stuff, I recommend doing it like that, but you have to be careful to not overdo it, basically. But yeah, that could help you, because I know a lot of people like my colorful colors. Try to just use more pure hues rather than work around with saturation, I guess. So his eyes are going to go into more orange yellow. So and if you think the colors don't necessarily match well, you can always use a filter to do some fine-tuning adjustments to make it work better. I usually often use the filter tool on my stuff. And for this one, when it comes to figuring out what colors I use for shadowing, I usually go into blue, pink, purple. And add some shadows like this, and usually I then just lower the opacity. Because my shadows are usually attuned to this area, it kind of creates harmony in all of the colors. Because it's important to have some sort of harmony in your drawing. Okay, like this. Yeah, that works. Once again, I have to use this tool. Create a water fringe. And once again, use the water fringe. But for ice, you can usually go off as much as you want to. I read somewhere that you shouldn't clutter them, but technically you can do whatever you want. Just know that if you're drawing something that has to be drawn very often, make sure to keep it more simple. But with normal drawings, you can go off. I usually draw my eyes quite simple, actually. What I also like is using colors that I used before and using them kind of in other areas. Once again, to give it that harmonious feel. It's in general a good practice to do that. So let me go up here. Add some highlights. Actually, it's to be like this. Voilà, we have cute moe. Cute moe. So let's continue over here. Let's not continue over here. I'm actually never mute for that yet. I need to bring myself to do that. Good morning, Mochigo. If you color stuff with a dark, with really light color, make sure to go and get a dark background for it. Also red, cause a lot of drawing softwares also have dark themes included, right? Be wary about using dark themes, cause it will change the look of your drawing. Cause depending on what colors you use, it will change depending on the colors that are next to it. So your color will look different if you do it in a dark mode and then see it usually like normal in a program. So I read that that's not usually something that people recommend doing. The best thing would be to already have a set background color and then adjust it to it, I guess. But alas, it's a practice that technically has a lot of merit, but I'm too lazy to do it, so. I don't know if I'm a good person to give art advice, but you know, why not? Also, I was surprised that like some people showed up at the Daydream stream, like I believe Mochi showed up. Florin, I'm not sure, I think as well. Cause it was so early, thank you for tuning in. Miss a lot of Pinky. So, I'm gonna color everything that has the same color first in one color. To make sure I don't get confused. I'm shading it, I guess. Good morning, Floran, by the way. And once again, if like your art lines are not perfect, that's okay, it doesn't have to be. Usually a lot of those things will not be seen if you look at a drawing. So if it's not something glaringly obvious, don't make a big deal out of it. I think you're doing a good job giving out advice, so it makes me happy. If I can help some people, that'd be nice. But yeah, really the most important thing is thinking in shapes, I think. Think about how it would like if it rounds off right, and here. Try to make it follow a certain shape. Think everything as a 3D object when you draw. And try to get a sense for that. That way you can actually draw good stuff. Apparently I have a really good sense of that. Because I can draw a lot of like clothing especially. I have apparently a good sense in that. Because I don't really need to look at references to know how the clothing flows. That makes sense? Like I remember my art teacher commenting on how she was jealous I could just do it without like anything. So I guess I'm skilled at that. I mean, I'm a person who really doesn't look up references, which is not something you should do. Please look up references. Don't be like me. Don't be an idiot. I don't know if this means that I have a good sense of 3D objects or if it just means I'm stupid. I'm also trying to get back into one layout, to be honest. Kinda missing it. No outlines, no line art, just imagine. We would finally be free from hell. Now talking about art, has anyone already started watching Blue Period? I hope you better did. It's a weird shark dog. Hi Skid! It's been long since I saw you, but yeah, it's shark and doggo, apparently. How has your day been, Skid? Hope it has been good. Hope you're not awake at an ungodly hour again. My favorite artist always says look at reference and it should be a real photo even if you draw anime style. Personally, I think real photos are better references, but I work better with references that are drawn. Cause the thing with photo references, you need to break stuff down to ensure that you draw it well, which is very good because it teaches you stuff. But I'm too lazy to break down stuff, so I just look at drawn references that already broke it down for me. But yeah, you technically should always look at references. It usually makes drawings better. To 100%. I'm just too lazy to do it. Especially with like posing and stuff. I sometimes do it for like hands, because I'm too stupid to draw hands. And like poses. Clothing is something that I usually do not look up references. Because I just have a lot of fun designing clothing and like letting it move in my own way. But yeah, you technically should always look up references. It will really help you. I have yet to watch Blue Period, yet have to watch my other anime first before starting a new one. And what you watching, Wizard? In general, what is everyone watching currently in the new anime season? Can tell you, I don't have much time to watch a lot of stuff. Sadly. I think this is everything that's currently... Yeah, I'm gonna color this in different ones, because they're kinda in a different material. So... let's go. Wanna color already? Life drawing and what's regarded as traditional practice is also fundamental to a lot of great anime artists. Yeah, you have to have some traditional practice. It will usually always help you. Just drawing anime art will not really help you improve, sadly. Because in the end, like a lot of stuff is kinda broken down to some stuff. Everything's usually broken down to some fundamentals. Actually, let me decrease the shadows. So an example of a good example of what I'm doing is, once again, imagining these objects as 3D objects and working around with those, which is more traditional practice, right? I've been not doing a lot of traditional practice, which is why I think my art has hardly improved. So I want to kind of start doing studies and stuff, because I usually got the advice of just draw, and that's not good. Due to that, my art hardly improved. So after 10 years, it's time to do some proper studies, I guess. So to make great cartoons, you need to know how to accelerate your human form exactly. You need to break down the human form and then simplify it. But for that, to break something down, you first need to understand it. 86, okay, you're watching 86, the second season, I guess? Still need to start that. I watched the first season though, it's pretty good. Nighthead? Yeah, I don't know what Nighthead is well. 86 I surprisingly enjoyed, even though I'm not a fan of mecha anime. I tried to read the manga first, because everyone talked about how good the light novel is. The manga's trash. Don't read the manga of 86. It's really bad. All sort of things that can be done in terms of practicing, maintaining, or improving skill, yeah. Absolutely. I'm just a bad example at doing that. So what's gonna be the main shadows? I'm already doing that kind of breaking down thing. With like the way I draw fur, this is not how anyone would draw fur realistically, right? Because that's not how fur works. Same with the jacket. This is not how a jacket would fold or wrinkle. But because I kind of want to have this very stylized, very bubbly and drawn out, decided to simplify it in waves. That's also what I did to my hair. So that's kind of breaking the fundamentals, breaking it up and stylizing it. Yeah, definitely do some serious study sessions of actual art studies to help you improve. That's basically what every good artist does, except me, because I'm stupid and I want to do it now. Because I miss doing it. Because of bad art advice. Nighthead is an anime on what if people who can use 7% of a brain and have psychokinetic powers. Thing is with sci-fi, usually I'm not sci-fi fans. Like, that might be why I haven't heard about it. Oh, I think, isn't that the one where a lot of people... No, I don't think that's that one. It's a 3D anime, okay. Drapery... Yeah, I am kinda... I feel like the one thing that I can do best is genuinely like clothing. For some reason, maybe it's also because I enjoy doing it. Yeah, bad art advice is common. Don't take what people will say, just draw for granted. They don't know what they're talking about. Trust me, I learned the hard way. Okay, let's clean up this. So those are gonna be the harsh shadows. Now his verse are obviously not good, so I'm gonna change them a bit more to purple, I guess. And the one here can be once again a bit pink. So those are gonna be much more broad shadows. Like this. Yeah, this is better. So I usually separate it into like two kinda, maybe also three kinda shadow layers. The rake shadows, and the more harsher shadows basically. So now that we did this, we do the usual thing, which is applying the texture that I always use. And the water fringe. Now this is still very flat, so time to use the airbrush. And make it have dimensions. It's especially true if for areas that largely have the same color. With this one, always make sure to kinda definitely if you do what airbrush thing, what I do not go down here and do not go this way, cause the colors are gonna get muddled very easily. And we don't want that. See, compared to this is already, once again, having a bit more depth, which is what we want here. Most are basically just where to render this stuff a bit more. And voila! We actually go and do this. But yeah, as you can see, even with this one, I usually go very pinkish and purplish. Which I did once again for the eyes and stuff. And I'm probably also gonna do for the hair. Same with like, if I use like a really light green. I usually go all the way down to this blue. To color that light green. And with yellow, I usually go into this area. So I always usually use this span for shadows. Yeah, and that's gonna make it just feel more connected. The shadows are all on the same plane, because I usually go very crazy with lots of different colors, right? Make sure it's something that ties everything together, basically. And because of that, it's also really good to usually have like a very limited amount of colors when you use. So make sure of that. Once again, I do believe it's better if you don't do it like I do and do the base color first and then render everything after the other. At the same time, do what works best for you, do what you have most fun with. Because if it's not fun, then what's the point, am I right? Yeah. Considering what's also really good is, especially if you do painting, it's not really something you can do if you want to sell. I mean, you can do it if you want to sell shade. Another way to get with harmony is with using, as an example, this color and this. Or like using some of this color and this. That's really common also for like painting stuff, making colors like shine through to larger areas. To give it a bit more of a natural effect, because that's usually what's gonna happen in like normal art. And it doesn't make it feel too plastered on, it makes it feel much more harmonious. Which once again looks better, it like gives a nice feeling to the viewer. But there's also like some styles where it doesn't really work out. So always make sure you watch out for that. Try it out, see if you like it. If you don't, then don't. If you like it, well, try to improve on it in your own style. Art is all about theft, thievery. Steal what you like and make it your own, I guess. In the end, the way I do it is not the correct way, it's just one way to do the stuff. Even if I say don't really do it, you can still do it. Just make sure you know why it usually isn't done, so you can try to use it correctly, that's the thing. Well. Yeah, it's usually one of the things that I do last. Because I hate doing hair. Funnily enough. The thing with colors is, I can't really give too much advice on what colors to use, because I feel like color is something that's very individual to people. It depends on your own taste, and I think that's something that's more prevalent than I think even art style, because art style usually can change. But the colors that you usually use usually stay For me, that's like the most consistent thing with colors that I use. And I do think that says a lot about the person who draws it. It's pretty fascinating. So as an example, I'm gonna use some of it pinkish. And now let's do this bit of purple. Kinda like what we did below there. Let's use dark blue. And the way I usually also just do it is try and error, see what works not. This works, so. Also don't make your base layer lower opacity if you don't want to be screwed. You can do it with coloring stuff, but always make sure this one's on the highest opacity. And maybe we can also use some yellows. There we are. And once again, it's a bit of an airbrush tool. To make it a bit more interesting. Ah, voila. These are not the only shadows I will do. I will actually do bigger shadows once I'm done. So there's a lot of shadows that I usually use. They're actually like shadow light, the big one I usually at the end, but I also do like individual shadows when I'm working on it. So with the fur, I think I'm actually not gonna do with texture and water fringe to make it look more soft. And because it looks more soft, like it feels like more like fur, right? If you look at it, stuff like that. We have this. Why not work on this one? I usually do like a shadow here, which is the shadow of the head, by the way. I saw Ari do that. The person who does a lot of Nijisanji art. It's really cute. And I really like that, so I decided to do as well. Once again, good artists steal, guys. Hope you guys are stealing good and well. Currently. So all of this is gonna be dark because it's all very much shadowed by the jacket, right? Yeah. Because she's also bending, so there's a lot of shadows over here. I used the other one and I'm picking the exact colors I used here because it's the same kind of texture of fabric, stuff like that. Okay, now Ah, voila. This is basically just me doing this one thing over and over again, basically. And using purple. Yeah, and I use the airbrush tool a lot to make it have a bit more depth. So we're gonna use a bit blue actually for this one. Because we used blue here, so we get the blue back to this as well. See, so now it sticks out a bit more, this one. Now it kind of fades better into the back. So we did the blue here as well, so we're gonna keep the blue on the top as well. Anything I have to watch out in regards to the top? No. Good. So we have this done, we have this done. Let me work on the skirt first. I've also seen people say you should color pick, and once again, if it works for you, why not? Let's do it. Do whatever hits your fancy. Personally, I'm someone who tends to color pick the base colors. And then I maybe sometimes I change the base colors to make it fit more my color palette, my taste. But usually I color pick the base colors, so this is a flat color that I draw first. And the shadows I usually do on my own. Basically that. This is gonna be obnoxious with the threads. I really love threads, but I hate drawing them. I mean, I love drawing them, I love them on designs. But I also hate drawing them, you know? Okay, let me just do a most roughest thing. Now, in regards to what anime I'm currently watching, by the way, not a lot. Faraway Paladin looks pretty interesting. It's very much D&D inspired. I've recently started D&D. My school offered sessions and I made a character. So yeah. So yeah, Faraway Paladin, Blue Period obviously. I think that's about it. And Mushoku Tensei second season obviously. But yeah, that's about it currently. Okay, let's continue. We can do this. I finally caught up to the slime isekai one. That was a doozy. I kinda got spoiled on what happens in the second season, so I wasn't surprised at the major plot twist. But yeah, I think it's very funny how currently a lot of people are like, oh my god, this isekai has reincarnation? rather than transmigration. So we're actually reincarnated as a baby, and we're super unique. And then there's me, we read way too many villainous manhwa, knowing that that is a very common trope and actually happens more than the transmigration at this point. There's way too many series with reincarnation actually. So when people say, oh my god, this is so unique, it kind of surprises me. If I ever really read many trashy villainous manhwa, is that it? Have I fallen too deep? Speaking of D&D, there's a great YouTube channel like Intermission who does D&D games. Ooh. Yeah, I don't really know much about the rules yet. We did character creation. For the first session, there's gonna be a new session with character creation for those who missed it. And after that, there's gonna be world building next. Thankfully, we are making it very easy. It's very much so that newcomers can understand it, which makes me very, very happy. And I'm pretty sure we're already screwed, because our party, when we first did it, consisted of 2 bards, 2 rogues, I think 2 spellcasters, and that's it. Now, I don't know much about D&D, but I'm pretty sure we need some DPS. We need some DPS or some sort of tank, right? If MMOs have taught me one thing, it's that we need DPSs and tanks. So yeah, I think we kinda screwed. I chose a bard because I decided to do that. You know, why not? Help other people. Be charismatic in the process. But yeah, I'm super excited. I always wanted to try out D&D, so can't wait until it starts. They actually have a thing where they can project a map onto the table, because they have a projector that projects stuff on the table, and it's very clear. So we're gonna have play D&D with like a projector and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, we did the scaredy scared. Did the scaredy scared, everyone. We can now clap. Let me just it's the same ping that we've been using previously, right? Yeah. I know. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. I think there's a lot of people who have never played D&D. I technically should also work on my essay that I apparently need to write. But school, am I right? And once again, I'm thinking about picking up dancing. My parents convinced me, you know what? If I want to do it, why not do it? So I'm thinking about doing it. I last played D&D when it was Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Our fanciest technology was a rubber mat and erasable marker pens. I mean, that also has its charms, right? We did the character creation on a website, so it's a bit easier, I guess. It's D&D Beyond that we're playing, I guess. Certainly seems like D&D has made a big comeback. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has actually. In general, like games like that, and also like a lot of retro games, they're really on the rise lately, aren't they? I never played D&D like a board game type, but I've played a few video games such as Neverwinter. didn't know there were like video games which are kind of like D&D. Yeah, but like for those who like D&D, once again, Faraway Paladin seems very inspired by D&D. Like, even with my limited knowledge, I can definitely see that it's inspired by it. Okay, we have this. Alright, let me quickly. That should be about right. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Obviously, I'm right. I'm big smart after all. Okay. I'm actually gonna make separate ones. Although yeah, I think that might be smarter, actually. Because I don't want to deal with all of this stuff. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Something's not adding up, wait. I knew it! Stop changing my colors. I like how popular D&D is getting, but I wonder if streamers will try alternatives. I like Chronicles of Darkness and Vampire the Masquerade. I mean, they might. Once again, I'm not well versed into it, but I think in general those kind of games quite interesting. The game that we're currently working on, we kind of made it a bit more D&D-like, I guess. Just still very different without a game master and everything. But D&D was more of an inspiration now for like the school project. Well, with people having to stay home because of the stuff that's happening in the world, isn't it a surprise people would start playing it again? True. There's like certain games that just really work. The whole pandemic with the Voldemort virus going on. It makes me wonder, like, especially with like games like Genshin that got really big during the pandemic time. How is it going to be like once it stops, right? How much will I keep their success? Okay. I think that's always something to factor in. I think that's also one of the reasons, to be honest, why VTubers had been becoming so successful. One thing that also became really successful in streaming was like vlogs. Or just in general, like stuff like that, because people just like the social interaction aspect of it a lot. I think oversaturation is a big problem why a lot of VTubers cannot grow currently. But I think it's also because the pandemic is becoming less of a problem in a lot of places. Meaning a lot of people have less time to watch stuff, if that makes sense. Because in the end, there's usually always a lot of factors going into stuff. When it comes to problems, or stuff in general that happens in the world, especially if it's very global, right? Like, I've seen a lot of people say they have a hard time growing compared to a lot of other people, but I do think they don't factor in that there's a lot of VTubers nowadays, which makes it harder to stand out. And considering the crisis is lessening, obviously success is gonna be less from the people who started kinda in the highest peak of the pandemic. You always have to factor those things in. Am I right, guys? Yeah, I truly do hate doing hair. I really hate doing hair. I hope you guys are surprised, super excited for tomorrow, by the way. Too late, we are all infected with the Corona-19 at this point. True, true. I can't see that being a thing. Wait, but considering it's a Voldemort virus, cause you cannot say its name, does it mean that Corona is Voldemort confirmed? Yeah, Corona is Voldemort. That's the true thing we have to take away from this. I also noticed something today. I was thinking that you need like 1,000 subscribers for some reason for a custom URL. So apparently you only need 100. So guess what I'm gonna do today? Yeah, this is not gonna be the YouTube random number code channel any longer. Super excited for the thing tomorrow. That's good because I will sacrifice my mental health for this. I was, at some point once, not able to sleep for 3 months correctly because I got so scared of the horror thing. So I hope the phasmophobia is gonna end up well. But I told Nimrod if it's too much for me, I might take a stop earlier. I hope you guys can understand. I will try my best. Like you guys, considering Nim asked so nicely. But yeah, if it's too much, I might have to stop early. I hope you understand. For me, it's good because we're gonna play it when it's sunny in the middle of the day. So I'm gonna make sure it's very bright. Gonna make sure my cat is there with me. Hopefully it turns you into more energetic. with a knife. Stabby stab. For some reason, I've suddenly been turned into a murderer by you guys. Like a psychopath, I swear to God. I'm very much sane. I'm a very much sane person, okay? I don't go out of my way to stab people randomly most of the time, okay? Trust me. When it comes to F-Zero, by the way, it's not just the child that I'm not getting. I saved up like around 111 Shanquards on my space system. Guess what I didn't get? That's right, space system. Pain. suffering. You know, and I thought to myself, if I do not get space this time, I'm probably also not gonna get the child. So at this point, I have lost all hope. He's not coming home. He's never coming home. Pain. I mean, whatever Alice says, shut up. Very much a kind, merciful individual. And just be like, don't say I'm a murderer, I'll kill you, exactly, I'll kill you if you say that. Then I'm gonna go stabby stab if you say I stab people. Seriously, why would you ever get that idea from? And now we're here at the uttermost back. I hate my life. Okay, let's do it. As a short question, how many tabs do you usually have open in your browser on like mobile or like PC, I guess? I need some references. Tell me, how many tabs, huh? Don't disappoint me, guys. I just want to know if you please. Yeah, I mean, it's important. It's a fictional being. I can't really relate to it, you know. I mean, all of us are never clarified whether I complete or not, so who knows? But yeah, how many tabs, guys? Come on. Tell me the truth. Confess. 40 tabs? Can't. How about the other guys? And what do you use, by the way, on mobile? Do you use Chrome? Like the good people do? Do other people have to check the numbers? Safari, okay, got it. So for me, I asked this question because I use Chrome on mobile, and surely it's normal, right? You see with Chrome, once you use, it showcases you on the top how many tabs you have open, and once you go over the 99 mark, apparently it turns into 3 dots, and I say apparently even though I know very well it turns into 3 dots, because I have over 100 tabs open on the mobiles. Surely over 100 tabs is not that big, right? Surely other people have a similar number, right? I'm not weird. Right? Surely I'm not special in that sense, right? Please tell me the truth. I'm not a weirdo, am I right? Listen, I can't. But you have so many. The thing is, okay? I usually like the fanfiction, right? The fanfiction on AO3. Like, I don't want to bookmark the stuff that I read, because I don't use the bookmark function on AO3, and AO3 doesn't have a good app for mobile. So I usually just keep all of the tabs open with fanfiction. And like usually that's fine if you just read completed ones, but sometimes you read all of the completed ones up, which happened with me and Genshin in a matter of a few days. And that is when you turn into the dark hell, which is uncompleted ongoing fanfiction. So I have like, for like Genshin, I think I have like 90 tabs. Actually, yeah. I have like over 100 tabs. But in Chrome, you can group them into one group tab. And that usually counts as one tab. But if you open them, there's like 90 other tabs. So I have like a group for Genshin fanfiction, and it's like around 90, I think. Currently, wait, let me read. I have like one for Persona, which is around 70. So usually what I do, because I don't want to get, because I want to keep my main fanfiction tab open, right? I usually open incognito mode, so I don't screw up my stories. So yeah, 92 tabs in my Genshin group, 70 tabs into my Persona group. I'm so sorry. But listen, it's from a fanfiction, so you have to understand. Does that mean when I'm reading 90 fanfictions at the same time? I guess yes. I guess yes, that is exactly what that means. This is what happens if you have to read unfinished, ongoing fanfiction that might upload maybe twice every month, or maybe like every single month. Okay, listen, this is the action that happens, okay? Desperate times require desperate measures, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me, okay? This is normal, okay? Normal. This wouldn't happen if AO3 just had a good, If AO3 just would have a good freaking mobile app, It would have never gone to this. You're at fault, AO3. You created this madness. Shut up. Don't judge me. I'm normal, goddammit. So yeah, when I say I have over 100 tabs open, that does not include the 90 tabs that are in my tab groups, because each group is just counted as one tab. I do not know how many layers I have, how many tabs I have. I also kind of don't want to know. You think if I have too many tabs open one day I will reach the secret message, the hidden place, the Narnia of the internet. One day, lads, one day I'm gonna achieve it. 1,000 tabs. And then I'm gonna upgrade, because you will not have seen me in my final, greatest power. At some point it's gonna be over 9,000, god damn it. Not judging, just thinking you're a little sus, Shut up. Trust me, you don't want to see it, man. You don't want to see the pathetic state of just full-on, just AO3 tabs after AO3 tabs. It's even worse if you then also have some, like, for some reason I wanted to group finished fanfictions and unfinished ones, but then the unfinished ones went into the finished group tab, and then the finished ones went into the unfinished one, and at this point I don't even know what's going on anymore. There's some tab groups that I don't use, they're probably finished fanfictions are what I wanted to read, but I don't know anymore. I don't know what's on my phone anymore. It's just too much, too much. The annoying thing is once you have a lot of unfinished ones that just don't get updated, and then there's this one fanfiction that finally gets updated that you've never seen before, so you're like, heck yeah, that's sweet bet, until you went to the newest chapter and realized this fanfiction only gets an update every 6 months, and then you despair again. That's hell. Hell, you hear me? You do not understand the pain that I have to go through. Also, please, fanfiction authors, please tag your stuff correctly. I saw this fanfiction and it was super cute and super nice and was ongoing. And it said nothing about it being bad and stuff, and next chapter drops, people die. Everyone cries. Ship is not canon anymore. They add the sad ending by the way. How dare you? How dare you not write that in? Well, before it happened. If I had known this is a bad ending fanfiction, I wouldn't have read it. That's right, I'm one of those guys. One of the happy ending people only. Heard no comfort, screw that. Heard only comfort is what I want. Got it? I only want happy stuff. Seriously, I read that and I got into a depressed face. How dare you? They were so cute together and they had these adorable moments and then you just, one of them dies and then you cry. It's pain. Do you post any of your fanfiction? How my original stories are going? I wanted to write, but I forgot I have it saved here, so I need to save it on my laptop. It's not going that bad currently, cause I'm kind of brainstorming more. I have like a first, like a prologue, introduction finished for. I write it out aloud once, but yeah. I have an AO3 account, but I haven't updated yet, but I want to soon. I'm also thinking about doing a Submed AU, which is a social media AU, because I saw a really cool website and I wanted to try it out. But yeah, I should probably link my AO3 on my YouTube, probably. Still not much, but I want to finally fill it up with some fanfiction. Cause I really like my fanfiction, not gonna lie. Shut up. It's a normal hobby, okay? So I was a bit worried to talk about the fact that I like fanfiction and stuff. Because I think it still has a negative stigma. So I kept quiet about it a lot of time when I started being a VTuber. But I'm glad a lot of people are just treating it like a normal thing. Makes me actually very happy. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Let me do a light one on it. On another one, I guess. This was... Huh. I don't know. I don't know what's on my layers anymore. And don't call me sus. It's super annoying because if you open your tab, normally it scrolls all the way up and my fanfiction tab groups are all the way down the bottom. I don't want to do with scrolling for freaking 90 tabs, okay? I don't want to scroll for 90 tabs. I can just quick access incognito mode and then go back to the fanfiction I read. Question, why not write the website address down on a piece of paper of ones that are finished and not finished and such? Oh. Because I'm stupid, wizard. Because you mean... on a, The thing is, I think it's just, I wouldn't use it because I'm lazy. I usually have like tons of like ones that are open. And like sometimes I see, oh yeah, it was a finished one. Cause if there's like a drought, there's no updates of good new ones. I usually go back and see, oh yeah, this was a finished one. But then I'm already not in the mood to read it, so I'm like, maybe later. I'm kinda currently not in the mood for like a modern AU. I want to read something more accurate. So, that's usually good how it goes. But yeah, I do think if I would do that, I wouldn't use it. Frankly. Also, wizard. Listen, okay? I have over 170, at least. Fanfiction, you think I can be bothered to write this down on a paper? I also always read on my phone. I never read on my laptop. Same with manga. I hate reading it on a laptop or a computer. I just always read it on mobile. Just so much quicker to access and stuff. Okay, we have this. Swear to God. Okay, you know when I said we're gonna finish this today, I lied to you all. I'm sorry, I confess I'm a liar. Okay. We have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. So you ever did a reading of some of your work on your channel? I could, definitely, if you guys are interested in it. Yeah, on phone, I always read on my phone. I think it's just much easier. Especially because I like reading when I'm lying down or sitting somewhere. So it's usually just more comfortable to just lie on your bed. Because I don't have a couch at my place, and just read. The problem is that I usually get so sunk into reading that I completely miss doing other stuff. Also, fanfictions, you don't notice how long they are. I once read a fanfiction and when we were like, oh yeah, the fanfiction is now complete and it's longer than like 3 Harry Potter books combined. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's longer than 3 Harry Potter books? No, it's not. I read it in like 1-2 days. Shut up, there's no way this is so long. No way, I wasted so much time. Lies. Oh, lies. You don't notice how long a fanfiction is, because I have like the word count, but you can't translate that into pages. For some reason I thought like a page was like 4,000, 6,000 words, and then I realized, oh no. A page is usually around like 1,000, maybe 2,000 words, and at this moment I realized, oh, I very much miscalculated everything that I read, didn't I? Okay, let's do the taily tale. Fanfictions are deceiving. You don't realize how much time you're wasting on them until it's too late. Okay, let's continue. The tale. Oh. Oh, no, I used bad one. It's a marker accidentally. Isn't enough Snape cameo? Sweatsuit. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I think Nim likes Snape. I'm not sure, I just saw a fan art of Nim and Snape. Hugging, I think? I'm not sure, I think she read right. I don't know what happened for. Does Nim really like Snape? I also thought fanfiction was like a short story. No, it's not. No. I usually read fanfictions that are more on the longer side, cause they usually are of better quality. And usually it's like 50,000 words. I also read like some fanfictions which are ongoing and around 100,000 words. Some longer ones that I've read are usually around 200 to 300,000 words. So if you think fanfictions are short stories, I'm very sorry. But you've been fed lies. You've been fed very big lies. They're very short stories, yes. But they're also very long ones. But it's awesome to start a 50,000 story, 50,000 word story. And go on a journey, you know? But yeah, the monstrosities are usually around 100 to 200k. How much words are actually in a normal book? Just so I have a reference on how much life I'm wasting. See, once again, opening the incognito tab. Because I'm still reading my fanfiction currently. Words in a normal book. Tell me, Goozle. Oh, ultimate wisdom of the great world. 90,000 words. So yeah, so again, see? fanfictions are usually as long as books, if not really much longer. Also, it's way too many words for a fanfiction. I mean, usually if they're really that long, they're really, really good, man. Better. I've read a lot of fanfictions that, in my opinion, are better than a lot of books that are released today. Don't underestimate the power of fanfiction. It saddens me when people think they're not that well written or something, because I read some really, really good ones. Currently, Genshin is kind of getting crazy for me, because Genshin has a lot of fanfictions that upload pretty much daily. It's like 2 or 3 pages of uploaded stories, which is insane. Yeah, I look up stuff in the Library of Worlds. Yeah, actually the library has its own Google system. It's kind of similar to Google, so I always call it Google. Can't tell you much about how it works. Would be too much for your non-fictional mind to understand. Might fry your brain. Cause not everyone can be as big smart as I am, you know. Once again, I hold knowledge which is far too dangerous for the non-fictionists. Don't worry, I keep it to myself. But yeah, a really thick, long book would be 90,000 words. So if it's 200k, I think you realize it's very long. I'm kinda sad cause the Persona fanfictions are becoming less. Why are you not updating more? Huh? I mean, I prefer that, cause there's a lot of fanfiction still in Persona. Persona 5. And it's different if you go into a really unwell-known series, and when you want to read some fanfiction, there's just nothing. Like, I wanted to read some Moriarty or Patriot fanfictions because that's the real Moriarty and Sherlock in this one are really gay. There's almost nothing, and then I was like, surely someone made like a fanfiction about Moriarty, because you don't know his real name, but Sherlock always calls him Liam. Surely there must be fanfiction where Moriarty's name's actually Liam, and Sherlock always calls him actually by his real name, and like that's a cute plot twist with fanfiction. But no, fools. You just don't know how good fanfiction is done. Fan art of Snape, and Vio was really into Snape. Vio it was. Okay. So Via's really into Snape, huh? Actually, how much of an Alistair do you know? Like, are you writing an Alice regarding librarian story or something? I can't tell you much about the story. I wrote a bit of an excerpt. But there's only so much I can do. The rules are limiting me, you know? I could actually post the excerpt of a story, well, so you guys can read it whenever you want to. I'm not very much of a good writer, though, just so you know. Okay. Let's continue. But yeah, I'm also really excited to try out like a social media AU. I read one that kind of started. It's kind of sadly not finished, because I wanted to check some Genshin ones. So I never saw this before, and it was super interesting. And it was super well done. I was like, oh my god, and then it wasn't finished. Was officially not gonna be continued. And I cried. So I decided, you know what? If no one does it, I'm just gonna do it myself. So I want to try Genshin social media AU. And I made some profiles already. It's super fun. But I don't really know how people on the internet talk. And it's really fun to try out like all these different personalities on like different internet speeches. Like how would this character talk? In a more social media sense, right? Like as the example of Child. I could totally see him just having Gen Z humor, posting really crappy memes. No one laughs at them, but he laughs at them. Just being all in all very annoying. But in an endearing sense, you know. Stuff like that, it's fun. It's also really difficult for me to write characters that swear a lot, because I don't swear. It's not that I want to be child-friendly when I don't swear, I just actually don't swear. It makes me uncomfortable to swear for some reason. Don't like doing it. So whenever I have to write it, because the character is someone who swears a lot, and it would just seem off if they don't swear, I'm just like, but how am I supposed to do it? It's difficult to write characters that are very much different from you. And it's also really fun. And I do think this is a bit of a problem with fanfictions. A lot of people think that what a character says always means that the author thinks as well, and I think that's not how it works at all. If it works like this, then I think you're not a good author. Okay. Well, it's maybe a bit harsh. Yeah, as expected, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna cut that off. Okay, we have all of this done, but swear to God, should I? Okay, let's do this. My computer just randomly decided to shut down. I thought I just lost my progress on my drawing. Thank God for autosave. Oh, thank God. So glad that happened. I also started to use autosave on Paint Tool and it's so great. Nothing's worse than not having autosave. Now I just said it, I'm definitely gonna click the save button. Just to be sure. Okay, let me drink. Everyone make sure to stay hydrated. By the way, you've been thinking about something. Halloween is drawing more and more close, right? Did you guys know that I can bring out people from other books? That's how I made a gift though. Sometimes those are limited to specific days. And there's this cutie. She's a good friend of mine, Riri. And Riri can come out at Halloween. So I was thinking, cause Riri is a good friend, when maybe she's gonna do a Halloween stream for us. Hope you guys are gonna be nice to Riri. I don't know what Ginebra is. Where's... Okay. Dry gin, huh? I don't know if I'm gonna dress up, cause it's most likely gonna be Riri who's gonna stream Halloween. Riri-chan. So much to do. Swear to God. Molly, why? Why did you have to do it? Do you have a favorite movie to watch on Halloween? I don't watch horror movies. I know they will not be good for my health, so I will not watch horror movies at all. The thing is, I would love to do a lot of spooky things. But as an example of phasmophobia, I don't know if it's already going over my limit, to be honest. So I looked at photos and I looked at it and I was immediately like, oh, this is gonna screw up my sleep schedule really bad. It's gonna be that scary. So as an example, Fragile Dreams is currently the spooky game I've decided to play. Cause I played it several times. I never finished it, right? But I kinda know what to expect, so it's not too spooky. That makes sense. I would love to do a lot of spooky things, but I can't really. Cause I know I have this really big problem of being very scared. I tend to often imagine scary things being in my room or outside the window or behind me when I'm showering. It kinda stopped for the longest time because of that I couldn't sleep in the dark. I had to have the light on. It's getting kinda better though. So I'm probably gonna reset all my progress now. But yeah, I didn't ever watch the really Halloween movies because of that. So I don't really have a Halloween movie, I guess. I usually treated Halloween more like a relaxing fall kind of celebration with pumpkins and with sweets and just ignored the spooky stuff. Just always ignore the spooky stuff. But yeah, we never really fully celebrated Halloween, so I don't know a lot of Halloween movies in general. I was thinking what I could do potentially. No, I can't probably. I was thinking I could bake something, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna be in outer space. I cannot heat at home, and I don't have an oven there. We have to see what we're gonna do at Halloween. Maybe a just chatting stream. We're gonna see what Riri wants to do. Also, the thing with watch-alongs is I don't have Palm, so I probably will not get it. Considering YouTube is mean, I probably will not be able to do watch-along myself anyway. Don't wanna risk it. How about trying check on him? What's red? I want draw? He's speaking in a language unknown to me on a car. I ain't gonna look it up. I want to draw, but you can't. You mean like a pumpkin, Nim? If I Google it, I just get pumpkins. You want me to draw a pumpkin, Nim? I mean, I could. Oh, pumpkin Alice. Okay, this, alright. This one also. Jack on him is no mood, but it's a Halloween pumpkin, yes, gotcha. Yeah, maybe I'll make you a drawing of pumpkin lemon. You seem to like the idea, Nim? Okay, we have this. Corpse Bride. Yeah, we watched, I think the movie was called Corpse Bride, right? We watched that with Nim. Super fun. Nim also made me a cute Corpse Bride costume to go along with it. Did you like the movie? I liked it. It was nice. It wasn't really scary at all. It was just cute. The evil guy was evil, wanted to slap him. The main character was a bit of an idiot, not gonna lie. You know, kinda danced like a harem. Wait, is Corpse Bride basically like the Tim Burton version of harem anime? Yeah, I guess you can just take it away as that. Just take my word for it. But yeah, it was a nice movie. Sweat. Yeah, it's more like a green, right? Voila! The implications of it is stabbing someone is scary on its own. I would not stab someone. Definitely. Trust me, I'm very much a pacifist. Actually, fun fact, I can't see blood. So oftentimes in movies, when someone is wounded, they usually have to look away. Alistair, do you want to stab a ghost guy? No. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, this kind of works. Hey, so much. Why, Moy? Why? Why did you think this was a good idea? It's not. It just isn't. Because my entire back is definitely pinkish. Okay, I've decided I'm gonna do a rest next stream. We're gonna finish the next stream. Cause my throat is starting to hurt, which is not a good sign. So I should probably rest my throat. Been streaming 2 streams today as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I didn't expect, actually, a lot of people like my streams, so I should have expected it. Thank you all for tuning in for the surprise stream. I'm gonna finish more next stream. This time promise. This time promise, okay? Gonna finish more next stream. It's probably good if I take a rest, so I can look a bit more into the colors and see if everything is the way I want it to be. So we're gonna take a rest. We're gonna see when we're gonna finish it. I might do a surprise stream at some point this week, maybe. We have to see. Jesus Christ, they're bugging out, they're being possessed. But yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. Tomorrow it's gonna be collab time. Collaboration. Hope you're excited. Hope you big excited. You better be there, okay? I'm sacrificing myself for you guys. Okay? So 2:30 PM CET. Sure to appear then. I'm always impressed with how much progress you make on your drawings. So thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I'm gonna get to our friend screen now. Rest my voice. Bye-bye.